This is part 2 of The Princess, a father-to-daughter emotional incest example from Silently Seduced. If you follow the comment, it'll take you to the first portion if you missed it. The preoccupied relationship Rebecca's father bestowed upon her was motivated out of his needs, not hers. Rebecca was seduced into a sexualized, idealized relationship with her father, believing his special attention was all that she needed. Simultaneously, she felt emotionally abandoned. Her legitimate needs for love, belonging, and separateness were never met. Being adored and admired were her only clues to the mystery of what would finally take to fill up the restless, empty space that lay in her soul. Rebecca's narcissistic reality was her prison. By continuing to complain that Michael wasn't paying enough attention to her, Rebecca hoped to recapture the specialness she once felt as Daddy's princess. Yet it was this very focus that kept her from realizing the true emotional injury which resulted from being treated in such a special way. No one was ever going to be good enough for Rebecca. She was still in love with her daddy. As Rebecca faced the reality of her father's relationship to her, her emotional freedom began. Her experience of grieving the emotional losses she endured as a little girl finally allowed her to accept the fact of her father's seduction. The true reality of her childhood was the key for which she had been searching. Her heart finally started to heal. Narcissistic reality present in Rebecca's story is a common, almost universal consequence of being a covert incest victim. This is, of course, true for both men and women. Since the covert incest victim is never really seen by the parent as uniquely separate, she in turn has a difficulty acknowledging the fact that significant others in her life have needs of their own. Essentially, to varying degrees, covert incest victims see the world revolving around them. Correcting the distorted perceptions inherent in such reality is a major issue for all covert incest victims. It bears mentioning that Rebecca's father was probably sexually obsessed and most likely addicted. He violated significant boundaries with his daughter. This suggests his own inner reality was lost to sexual intoxication. It isn't parents' feelings of attraction towards their children, but what they do with those feelings that becomes potentially violating. Many parents have feelings of attraction towards their children. That in and of itself is not damaging. It is the sexualizing of the child that the violation occurs. So I guess it means like being drawn to your kids, being attracted to your kids, but not in a sexualized way. I feel like that's a weird thing to call attracted to. I don't know. I don't like that for me. Rebecca's parents had chronic difficulty in their marriage. Both participated in making Rebecca the princess. Her mother indulged her as well, although it is apparent received more loving attention than she did. But by participating in keeping Rebecca her father's princess, she did not have to deal directly with the problems in her marriage. Both of Rebecca's parents used the sexualized relationship between father and daughter to avoid dealing with the dissatisfying expression of intimacy and sexuality in their marriage. The final example in this book is about a daughter who plays like surrogate spouse to both mom and dad, and that one will be next.